Welcome to Demo Day, where young innovators take the stage and showcase real-world projects to a global audience. At WEquil School, students learn to become innovators, teaching each other each week through their creations. WEquil app has thousands of novel and useful projects born out of our students' strengths, interests, and passions. But Demo Day is more than just a presentation. It's a celebration of innovation, collaboration, and the power of young minds. Join us on this incredible journey of inspiration as we witness the next generation of problem solvers and leaders. From Harvard professors to industry experts, our demo days attract incredible guest speakers who share their knowledge and ignite curiosity. Whether you're a young innovator looking to showcase your creations or a family seeking an extraordinary learning experience, Demo Day is here for you. Together, let's create a world where young minds flourish, ideas come to life, and innovation knows no boundaries. Join us for an unforgettable journey of learning, growth, and discovery. Welcome to Demo Day.
I've been working on it for 2 weeks, so a lot of effort was put into this.
You got
Okay, so hello, I'm Chloe, and I'll be presenting my About Me project, my updated one, because my last one wasn't really good. So before I explain a little about who I am, like my interests and all that, I'm going to share a little about my personality type because I think most of the qualities of that type I have. So my personality type is an architect or an INTJ. Architects are very imaginative and strategic, who love making plans for everything. Instead of having tons of acquaintances, we prefer a few close friends. In fact, most architects prefer working alone, and while they don't mind a few people's company, they definitely don't mind being alone. Some INTJs might even avoid contact with other people on certain things, convinced that they can do it on their own. I've experienced a few moments like that, to be honest. Let's just see that architects have a very independent streak. So we generally love learning and generally want to know everything. I think this is one of the qualities I see strongly in myself. I want to know everything. I take my schoolwork very seriously and I'm constantly asking questions. So one of the defining values and qualities of the INTJs are how logical and quick-witted they are. Most architects, me included, pride themselves on how smart they are, but like I said above, they're always looking for ways to be even smarter. So architects are known for being very goal-oriented. Generally, INTJs won't stop until they've achieved their own definition of success, which usually includes mastering the subjects and their interests that they're interested in. We're not known for taking the easy way out. But we have some weaknesses too. One of the ones I definitely see in myself, and I'm trying to fix, is combativeness. INTJs hate blindly following anything without understanding why. This includes restrictions and authority figures who impose them. Architects can get caught up arguing about useless rules and regulations, but sometimes these are battles from distractions from more important matters. And sometimes, like with me, the rules only seem useless but are actually very good. As for my trades, my favorite number must be 88 because I got 88% on all of them. So I have a picture here, a screenshot of my trades, and a short list of what they mean. So introverted means this is a very architect trait. Instead of having lots of simple, shallow relationships, I prefer to have a few diverse, deep friendships. Like I said above, intuitive, I'm very imaginative and open-minded. We definitely like to theorize. Thinking, I tend to focus on objectivity and rationality over social harmony. Judging means I'm highly organized, decisive, and thorough. I generally value clarity and prefer planning to spontaneity. And lastly, assertive. I'm self-assured and stress-resistant. I generally refuse to worry too much. So now that you know a little about my personality type, let's get to let's get a little more specific and start with my general interests. So I have a lot of interests, so I'll only include a few here, and I have an example project for each of them if you want to go to the article and check them out. So one of them is organization. I really like staying organized and clean. Another one is things like crafts and sewing. I think I really like to make things, and crafts is a fun way to do it. I have a lot of craft materials, and I'm particularly interested in sewing, knitting, and crocheting, since that skill seems especially useful. Um, Another one is plants. I have 4 plants. 3 of them are snake plants named Verdian, Pear, and Parakeet. And the other one is a rosemary plant named Rosie. I've made a couple of projects on them. And I included one of them here, which is technically just a snake plant project, but I've made both of my projects before I got Rosie. Um, so I'm also really interested in cooking. I think it's definitely useful, and I really like making yummy meals. So like baking, and that is what the example project here is about. And then the last one is productivity. This is in a similar vein to organization, and I'm very passionate about it. So passionate, in fact, that I created an entire business about it called FocusFriends. I included a flyer in the project if you wanted to learn more. If you have any questions, you can go to the link in the article, and then you can just click the visitor center and the channels. That's whatever you want to know about FocusFriends. I also have a link in another link to in the article to sign up. And then let's not forget the second part of FocusFriends is friends. So I have some qualities here that you might want to have if you want to make friends, FocusFriends. So independence, curiosity, responsibility, entrepreneurial, enjoyment, and laughter, because we're all very fun, a love for learning, and support and encouragement. So that's all. I hope this project helped you to get to know a little more about me. If you want to talk to me, please, I forgot to include the links in the conclusion. I'll fix that. Yeah, so you can go to my room if you are interested in FocusFriends. You can go to the link above in the project. I also included some of my favorite videos on projects made by me, published on the WEquil School channel down below, so you can check those out here. Thank you for listening to my presentation. Have a great day.
I
Okay.
comment.
Isla.
Okay, so one thing you might want to know is that I am the exact opposite personality of, well, not exact. I think I'm also assertive of Sume and Chloe. So they're both INTJs and they're both 2 of my very best friends. And so one thing you said about I first of all, I really like your About Me project. It talks about a bunch of things you're doing and a bunch of things you're interested in, but it's like a Know Thyself project and an About Me project in one. So I think that's really cool. One thing you were saying is that you would rather have like a few close, meaningful friends rather than a bunch of shallow friends. And I want to say that you don't need to have a bunch of shallow friends in order to have a bunch of friends. That's like a very architect thing to think.
Well, I have a very meaningful relationship with you, and like I've been surviving him very well for the past year.
So just one of the things that we're trying to do for every single student that comes through this membership program, and you're seeing this with Chloe, but it's going to manifest differently because again, this is about personalized education. We spent a lot of time listening. I was on the phone with Nicole. Nicole, how much time have we spent on the phone in the past 2 weeks, 3 weeks?
I lost track. Long
12
time.
A
hours.
lot of hours and hours.
Yeah.
trying to understand, okay, what does Chloe really, really want? What does she need? And then building a personalized solution around her. And one of the big parts of that, I think the most important part is learning how to build intentional relationships around you. You think about like, what do you want to do? Like my dad, he really likes playing cards, right? If he wants to play cards with some friends, well, one, he's had like the same friends for 40 years. So, good luck with that one, everybody. I mean, that's tough. But if he didn't, then he would go out there and he would use technology to in his network to find people that he could engage with around his interests. He wouldn't just like sign up for a school program, show up, and then just like have certain people there. Maybe he gets along with them. Maybe they like spades. And there's definitely benefits to that. And we've done some things like that. But if you were looking for the skill that does everything, it's like teaching the kid to fish versus giving them the fish. We're trying to give Chloe the ability to fish for the people that can be in her life to help her achieve anything that she wants to achieve for years and decades to come. And it just starts with FocusFriends and maybe some of these clubs. But the point is, we're going to then go out and help connect with those people to have in her life, and she'll learn from that experience. And every single time that you go out there, Chloe, it's going to get easier and easier and easier. And at some point soon, you'll realize you don't have to choose between having lots of people in your network and also your core group of friends. Just use technology in the way that you approach the world to not get overwhelmed by the folks that you have decided not to have in your close circle, but still be able to reach out there and find them. Because how do you find people like Isla? You got to reach out and not be afraid to do that, right? So anyway, I'm done with that. Thank you. Elizabeth, go ahead.
Well, I was just wondering, Chloe, if for people who don't really have a good idea what FocusFriends are, can you give us a very quick description?
Okay, so FocusFriends is basically well, it's a Zoom meeting. And basically you get on and you set a timer for approximately 30 minutes, and but before that you tell everyone what you're going to be doing. So because if you say you're going to, like, for example, do your laundry, and then you work on it for 30 minutes, and then you have to tell them at the end, like, I didn't do my laundry, then that's not gonna work. So you actually want to do your laundry or whatever thing you're going to be working on. We have two 30-minute sessions, and between them is a 5-minute break. And then afterward, we have an optional social time, just to hang out, like share good news. Yeah, have fun.
So are you letting adults join your FocusFriends, or is it all for kids?
It's technically supposed to be all for kids, but
The adults might
the
demand an adult division.
if I know the adult, they get a special coupon.
Well,
sessions.
there's a form to apply, so we can make exceptions. FocusFriends is actually a business, and we actually have membership program. Chloe is the CEO. Well, I'm part of her FocusFriends team, so you can actually apply for FocusFriends if you would like to join.
Yes. So technically, Isla works for Chloe. Chloe's the chief executive of FocusFriends. Isla is supporting her on marketing and also will be helping.
She's my advisor and marketer.
Yeah, but Chloe, that was one of the things we were talking about, is the government of FocusFriends. That was part of our membership program, kind of leading down this route. Why are we doing that? Because Nicole, when we were meeting some of the other folks there, she's like, yeah, this is all great. I want you to help Chloe with FocusFriends. And I'm like, okay, well, that's what we're gonna do, right? Listen, find out what she wants, and then also build the learning experience around that. Part of that was her understanding that she is CEO calling the shots. But of course, Sume was there, Isla was there, I'm there too. We're helping her set up some of this stuff and talking through business model. And one aspect of this business model, Elizabeth, is that we're looking to maybe franchise, which Isla's done before. It's part of another company. And so you could be the first adult franchisee of the Focus Friends Club, but you'd have to talk to Chloe about it. And you're probably going to end up paying her a percent revenue of it if you do it. But that's something that you have to talk to Chloe about. She's the CEO. All right, go ahead, mommy.
Well, I want to say that I'm so impressed about your deep understanding of yourself, Chloe.
Thank
Uh,
you.
I that is like I not many people have that kind of understanding of themselves, and you have this level of understanding at the age of 10, right? Wow.
Nearly 11.
Nearly 11, yeah. And another thing I want to say was that personally, I benefited a lot from FocusFriend. Like every time when I want to get something done, I think of FocusFriends. So if anybody wants to like focus better or more or get more done, FocusFriends is your solution.
With unlimited Focus Friends meetup for the premium membership.
Yeah. Although you have to pay more.
Become a platinum member of Focus Friends today.
Okay. Thank you.
I think
Thank
this is going to be so sweet. All right, go ahead, Nicole.
Yeah, maybe something you can talk about, Chloe, is how you've used FocusFriends, and Isla and anybody else who's used it to focus and get things done that you don't want to do, right? Because there's so much procrastination and avoidance. And some of how FocusFriends is set up actually helps with that, I think.
Yup.
Well, I can speak to my experience as well.
You are my chief marketer.
Yeah. So Focus Friends, the way it's set up is not only is it using positive social pressure from other kids and people on the call, it is also setting a timer. So I don't know, have any of you ever watched the TED Talk Mind of a Master Procrastinator? Well, basically there's something in there called the panic monster. And the panic monster takes control when you've got a deadline and you need to reach it. So there's like the procrastinator, right? But there's a point where you reach a part where you can't procrastinate anymore. You need to get some work done, and the panic monster is what drives that. And so while in Focus Friends, this is a little less dramatic than a full-on panic monster, it is creating that same sort of environment where there's a timer, there's a deadline, and you want to reach that deadline. And so
Outside the traditional education system, a lot of the time you don't have things like due dates for what you're doing, but you still want to motivate yourself by setting your own due dates.
right.
FocusFriends.
Yeah. So that's something that's really helped me.
They
And then
should be called
also
Focus Monsters.
Focus Monsters.
Sorry for the interruption, Isla.
and then having that social pressure to make sure that you are holding yourself accountable to that deadline is really like the super combination. And then plus the Pomodoro method, and it's basically the perfect environment for focusing, especially if you are prone to getting distracted all the time, as I do.
Sorry, what?
Thank you so much, Ella. You're an amazing marketer.
Oh yeah, no, you guys are the dream team, and I can't speak for Chloe, but as a youth advocate and just having worked with her, I found her to also, like Sume, to be, what was the word you used? Something about monarchy.
Enlightened monarch.
She has come across to me as an enlightened monarch in terms of her leadership style. Chloe has also written a project about management and the downsides and risks of being a micromanager. She tends to lead by example, be very open-minded to feedback and suggestions. So Elizabeth, Dr. Lee Hong, if you would like, I'd be happy to try to arrange something with Chloe for adults to have a FocusFriends as well. I think that would actually be quite beneficial. I think that there's ways to help grow this business by having a way for the kids and adults within that to be learning from each other, sharing feedback from that different environment, in the same way that WEquil School has that with the adult and kid demo day. I also, one reason why I love this is because it is very complementary with WEquil School for the reason that Sume just mentioned, right? That we have so much freedom, flexibility, that can be a bit overwhelming. We try to add some structure. So having a business that we're supporting from a star student here, which Chloe most definitely is, then that's something that we're very comfortable marketing because it helps WEquil School. It's very, very useful to have that right there on platform in our community for parents and kids. So this definitely has legs. Get ready to retire early, Nicole. This is gonna be great. Do we have more?
All right, I don't think so.
We actually finished on time?
Yeah.
And you had a 35,000 page project?
Yeah. We did it.
Wow. Okay.
How did we manage to finish with the seriously? How did we manage to finish with the
Well,
length?
now we
of
have 3
project?
demo days.
Yeah, we
instead
had
of
more
1,
demo days.
So that's big contributing factor.
We have another one, the private one at 3:30 Eastern time. So feel free to come to that. And just continue to reach out and share ideas for how you'd like to engage, ways that we can help you. The biggest challenge that we have at WEquil, we talked about this more in the previous adult demo day here, but we have a new onboarding process with tailor-made letters that we're sending out to every new user, articulating how we're helping them, because it's so personalized that we can't even really put out a curriculum, right? We like, how do you market that we listen closely to parents and actually do what they need? Like, that's really hard to market and share. So your support in helping to share what we're doing is tremendous. We really appreciate that. And then just know that there's a lot that we can do that you may not have thought of before, because it just, we basically just listen really closely and try to build solutions around your children. Like that's what we're doing for WEquil School. So
All right. Thank you guys so much for coming. I guess we'll see some of you at 3:30.
And then dance party, and then Minecraft, and Elizabeth is joining WEquil Craft.
If I can get
What?
some help.
Elizabeth is joining?
Yeah,
I'm going to attempt, and if you guys will let, Noelle might join as well.
Sure, yeah, she could just
What,
join.
what time is the WEquil Craft, and is that its own group?
Yeah, you can just join the WEquil Craft room. That's
all the information's in the room. That's why we got the app.
I want to show her around.
Right, I was just making sure. Yeah, okay,
Yeah,
so it's in the
awesome.
room. We'll see you later.
Sounds great. All right.
Okay. Bye.
Bye-bye.